Happy Wednesday, everybody. No pod, just cast, man. Your weekly hangout. Hey, I'm your boy Smoke, man, and look at here with the crew as always. Show.
Hey, what's up, man? Y'all
And we
see I'm
got
in this gym right now, man.
all
I'm getting
right
a
then.
workout
Get
on so
let
we can
physical up.
get
Physical
that
up.
workout on.
That's right. Get your work on. Get your sweat on right quick. You can't get it on
Y'all hear
somewhere else.
something?
Man.
It's an angry man to him slamming weights right now, so
Oh yeah, he got a lot of frustration. Might be
yeah,
a good topic. Like, why men
he
in here
must ain't get
slamming
none
waist
last night.
frustrated like this, ladies?
He must ain't get none last night, so
That's what it is, baby.
Gotta relieve that
Frustration.
pressure.
release.
Frustration.
Pressure bust pipes.
Yes,
That's what they
sir.
say.
You know what? While she's shaking her head, we're gonna move on here. No, dope producer. What's going on?
Man, ain't that representing the home team, bro. 4-4 in the building, bro.
There
Peace
you
up.
go, baby.
Down,
I'm
down.
far, I'm
There
down
go.
with the 678-404-770. Sound like Ludacris song. I got codes. But
Yeah.
anyway, hey,
Where are they?
Right.
I just called them out. 404 708.
Okay.
I had
Yeah,
some
what's
in the
going on?
706.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the 706. But that's right.
Representation is serious.
That's right. So L, what's going on?
Hey, beautiful people. How y'all doing this Wednesday?
Yes, good
Beautiful
old
day in the
wonderful
neighborhood.
Wednesday. Good old Wednesday, getting over that hump, and the man in there clanking weights right now, trying to get hump, but it ain't working out for him.
It didn't happen.
But look here, man. Something hot today, man. We got something to talk about today, man. We're gonna have two little topics today. We're gonna start out with the first one right now. HOA. Oh man, let me tell y'all something, man. I've been hearing some mixed topics. Some people say it's good, some people say it's bad. We go chop it up for a few minutes about it, just discuss it to see what we thinking about it. So I'm gonna just roll the dice, man. I'm gonna go on and start out with NO.
Hey, man. So right now, man, my new situation right here, my HOA it's established, but we don't really have a lot of representation. We don't have a president or anything like that. But I can say, back in my old residence, my last residence, Mary. So in my mixer machine, I sprung a leak, right? Little transmission fluid. I got a few miles in that thing. So the mixer machine got the leaking right down the driveway. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get to it. It's one of them things where I'm working all the time. Weekends been crazy busy, but I'm gonna get to that transmission leak. First, I need to get the leak repaired. Went and got it repaired. Came back. All right. I ain't forgot about this leak. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, about 2 weeks in now. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I got that letter in the mail. They told my driveway. And it's like code paragraph 2, section 8 about the driveway. And I'm just like, hold on. I'm like, but I ain't even tripping. I say, you know what, that's on me. Let me do better. You know what I'm saying? So I just had to carve out some time to make it happen. So I knocked it out. I thought a pressure washer would do it. It took a little bit more than a pressure washer, man. But I had to get all kind of chemicals and I kind of got it. You still see a little shadow of it, but I ain't gonna lie. My HOA, I ain't like how they walked around. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, it was the walking around, and it's always on Sunday. I might be out there washing my car. They walking around, hey, like they fake. You know what I'm saying? But I know what y'all doing.
Yeah.
I know y'all scoping me out. Y'all trying to see if I got that spill up or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it was the walking around and the judgment. Like you could see it. Like every house they just gawking, and I'm cool with it. But I'm like it feel like sometimes depending on the mood I'm in, it felt like a bit of an invasion. You know what I'm saying? Of my property and my privacy. You know what I'm saying? So like I respect the work they do, but sometimes it's like how they go about it. Like with
You
me,
take
it's
it
like they have to be so formal. Like you ain't got to sit no. You could have just you see me you see me when I'm washing my car on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Like I know who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe I think I would rather I guess hear it, but I guess they got to put it in writing or whatever. But they could be a bit of a nuisance. I got neighbors who got way worse stories than mine. So for me, it was just like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and knock it out. I took full responsibility for it. and I kept it moving. So I'm looking forward to see how this new HOA at the new residence, how this is going to be, man. I hope that's the worst experience that I have, concerning the HOA.
Yeah, well, go ahead, show. Go.
Hey, look, I've never been under the HOA, but all the stories I've heard, man, I don't want to be under one. I don't want nobody telling me how to live in the house and I'm paying mortgage in. You know what I think the HOA only job should be?
What that?
Is to make sure no one allow any homes in that neighborhood become Section 8. If you don't want the scene of cars being all in the grass or in the or people who don't cut grass, then make sure that all the residents know, and it should be in the bylaws. If you sell your house, do not make it Section 8, whatever you do. You know what I'm saying? If it's about keeping certain clientele out, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody don't take care of their homes. We know that. But my question is, I'm paying all this money. I'm knowing people paying $250, $400, and these HOA people who just residents of the neighborhood, they take that thing so serious. I'm like, so are you getting a stipend out of the money that's going in? Because you sure working hard, like this is a real job.
Hey,
you got to with the tape measuring the length of the grass. Hey man, it's supposed to be 2 inches or 4 inches, however they say the grass should be. You got one blade out there. They found one blade out of all that grass in your yard. Hey, that was too hard. You need to cut that one down. I mean, too high. You need to cut that one down. Your hedge is leaning to the left. You need to go in there and straighten that one out. You know what I'm saying? Or you got a little dirt right there on your trim. You need to clean that, please. Why are you so close to my house? I don't think nobody should have that type of range to just walk up in my yard and see what are you going in my backyard too?
Yeah.
That's my private home.
Because some of them I know, like my cousin was saying, they count how many trees in your yard. You gotta have a certain amount of trees in your yard.
Yeah, that's my private home now. I bought this home to have privacy. And you can't tell me how many trees I can have. Now, I'm not going to, if you say, hey, make sure you don't have no trees that cut into the lines, anything like that, okay, that's fine. But all this nitpicking I be hearing people talking about they doing and stuff like that, dude, y'all take that thing too serious. Sometimes I think they be dipping into the money. I'm gonna tell you that now. Y'all might want to investigate that. Might be some embezzlement going on.
That's it. Hey, that's an interesting take right there, man.
They going too hard for that money, man. They going too hard.
They be passionate, bro.
Yeah, what's your rebuttal on that? Because that was some interesting stuff Show just said now.
Well, as a board member.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Oh, she the one walking around looking at the house.
No.
She's the one that's retired.
No. But as a board member of my HOA, I think it just really depends on the HOA itself. My particular HOA, there's no walking around and measuring grass. They're more concerned about, so we have a pool area. If there's overnight parking in the pool area, they're concerned about the maintenance at the front of the entrance, because you know how you have the marquee and then you have the trees and everything, where you want that to continue to stay. You want to continue the upkeep of that. But there's nobody walking around saying your bushes are too high, your grass is dying. It would have to be something really, really bad, like you got a dead tree in the front of your yard, for them to say something. And even then, it's just a nice little letter in the mail saying, hey, can you please, pick up the dead tree? Now, if it's in your backyard, they're not going around in the back. So I just really think it depends on the HOA. Now, when I was in my townhome, they were a little bit more picky. So I would get letters about my driveway needing to be pressure washed. I had a political sign in my yard when Obama was running for office. They wanted me to take that out. They wanted pressure washing going on. And it wasn't just me. It was, a lot of people in that area got that letter. But you guys have to remember, this is about keeping your property values up. All right. Because do you want to live next door to somebody who's not taking care of their property? You might want to sell your house, but nobody wants to buy it because they're living next to a pigsty.
Correct.
So and my thing is, I hear the horror stories. I've heard them, I've seen them, and there are some HOAs that are not doing right by the money. I get that, it happens, but that's why you sit on the board and make sure that you are helping to approve that budget, or you're going to your HOA meetings and you're looking at that budget and you're staying informed.
I like everything you said. I had a question though, but I'll just put it in my comment. I understand there are some pros and some cons to this thing, but now I've heard more nightmares than anything. Which, number one, what you just said right there. How are you going to tell me I'm not allowed to post who I want to vote for in my yard?
Oh, smoke! You with me right now? I was just finna ask that.
See, that's the kind of stuff people talking about right there. You trying to tell me I live in America, freedom of speech, freedom of expression, and you trying to tell me the only person that can stop me from telling me what I can't do in my own damn yard is HOA? Is HOA ICE?
But every HOA is not like that. You just got to find one that works for you. And also, let's not pretend.
Hold on.
But none of them. But none of them actually work. There's no such thing as what worked for you, because now it get to the point of saying I can't live where I'm allowed to live.
Well, then don't live there.
See that?
Because here's the thing, guys. Y'all have to know, when you buy the house, you also know it comes with covenants. You don't have to live there. That's fine. Find a place that doesn't have
that's not
real. You to move here.
No. And you know that's not real.
That HOA president.
It is. Go find one that's not. Joe says he has not had an HOA, so there are places that don't have one.
But hold on.
It's still a big old.
I don't care what neighborhood you move into with the HOA sanction, whatever. When you meet that president, he or she is not going to give you the idea that they are anal like that. They're going to say, "Oh, welcome to the neighborhood. We hope you love it." And as soon as you move in and you do something, hey, that can't be out there.
Well, do you read the covenant? Do you read the information?
Well, coming from somebody who's on the board and is with it, every little thing. I mean, because here's the thing: women do kind of accept the HOA different than men. We can be honest about that, because everybody I heard say that comment you said earlier, it comes from women. I've never heard a man say, "Well, don't live here," because here's the thing: we're in America. We're supposed to have freedom to live where we want to live, but we shouldn't have to be bossed and controlled on something that we supposedly are purchasing or owning. You can't tell me how to clean my damn car. You can't tell me. How can you tell me, hey, if I want to vote for Barack Obama, I can't have a sign out there, political speech, it's a lot of things we got to admit HOA does. That's just.
But I'll say this:
it's not above board. And I've had neighborhoods where, especially in that neighborhood I used to live in, we were paying $600 a year for this, and I'm just like, we don't have a swimming pool, we don't have a tennis court, we don't have an area to have cookouts or something. All we got is a damn a sign up in the front to say, "Hey, welcome to such and such," and it wasn't spectacular. For $600 a year, and we had over 40 people living in the neighborhood. I expected my street sign or my neighborhood sign to look like somewhere in Vegas. I want big lights.
That's why you get on the board and determine how the money is being spent. Because for me, you actually have two options over here. You pay $400 if you want the recreational use, the pool and the tennis courts, or you pay $250 and you don't get that stuff. So it just really depends.
And that's a great option. But it's a great option. I take that. That's a fair option right there.
Okay, with that 400, what you get with the pool?
What you mean? You get the pool, you get tennis courts. You also, because the 400 also, and also includes
you get access to the pool. You can't,
the maintenance of.
You can't
of
say,
park.
"Hey, I'm gonna have a barbecue out there," and then you can't.
You can, yes, you can have. Okay, here's the thing about that. Yes, you can say, "I want to have a little birthday party or something." You can write to the board, "I would like to have a birthday party." but you don't get exclusive access to it. Because if everybody is paying, you can't stop this other member from going to the pool. Does that make sense?
Now, you know, I was staying, I mean, I know my aunt, they stay in a very, very respectable neighborhood, man, out since the 80s. They have HOA, but you know what the problem is? They'll pay HOA and you don't have access to the pool because the neighborhood or the so-called HOA decides, well, I'm going to reserve the pool for the Decatur Sharks today because they want to do their swim practice at the court. I mean, or at the pool that you pay to have access for.
Well, that's a problem.
But see, that's what I'm saying, and this is where I'm trying to dig in deep about HOA. It's like the idea of HOA is a beautiful thing. It's what they doing, which is similar to ICE to me, because I'm just like, you're trying to control what I buy. I mean, are we in America? Are we in America? Are we in the land of the free?
Here? Like, okay, and I think too.
Keep saying that, but
I am because can I say this, please? Can I say that because everybody has options. You can go build you a house. Yeah, you do. You can go build you a house on some land and put all the Obama signs that you want. You don't have to stay over here.
Yeah, but you're saying that. You're saying that.
This is the rule. This is the rule.
I can agree with that. Also, but again, we still talking about that word that you keep going around, freedom.
No,
I like this house in this damn neighborhood, and I want to buy it.
But too damn bad, because
so we go into a deeper topic of, are we really free in this country or not? Because see,
really, y'all. Because we're limiting. Hold on a second. Because we're limiting. Because we're saying you can't park your car on some cinder blocks in the driveway. Now all of a sudden we infringing on your freedoms.
Listen.
We really are.
I mean, honestly, to be honest, yeah, you are. But I agree with what you're saying. I don't want to stay in that type of neighborhood either. But the way you're talking, it's kind of like you're not seeing the real point. And I get it. We can agree to disagree, but I'm just like, it's a form of showing that you're really not free in this country.
So I tell you what, all you people who are tuning in, drop a comment in our chat. Do you think HOA is a good thing or is it a bad thing?
But have y'all seen
give us the pros and cons?
Have y'all seen some of these non-HOA communities? I got a friend. Let me tell you, this man got dualies, car trailers, utility trailers.
I mean, I get that part. I get that part.
But that's a part of it.
I'm talking about all this. I'm talking about all this measuring my grass and telling me
everybody don't do that. Show
bushes and
but see what it is. You got to take heed. But what I'm saying is, you got to still take heed of things that HOA do. Now, maybe your HOA is blessed and perfect, but most of them are not. Most of them not, because most of them give people hell. They constantly trying to put liens on your house for the most BS things in the world. So what I'm saying is yes, your experience with HOA might be good where you are, but I've stayed in more than one place that had HOA, and I've had good experience and I had bad experience. Now I get what you're saying. It's there to control. You know, I don't want no hoopies on cinder blocks in my neighborhood. I don't want people with grass knee high. I get all of that. That's fine.
Those are the central rules that should be set and enforced. I get that part.
I mean, and that should be.
So what part are y'all not getting? What is it?
Okay, it's about
I think they overstepped their boundaries.
Only certain colors you can paint your house. You know what I'm saying?
That's
we don't go for the rest of the colors, but
thank you. Okay, so we had a lady in my neighborhood. She painted her house about the same color as Smoke's shirt right now.
Oh wow!
Now most I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. And I told you, my HOA is mad cool, y'all. They don't do hardly anything. But this right here, because all the homes in the neighborhood have more of a softer tone color, got everybody in an uproar. I mean, we had an emergency meeting about it and everything because it was just that. Okay,
so let me ask you a question about colors. Because see, one thing I do notice about the good state of Georgia, we got some dull MF and colors up in here. Every house is 3 colors. black, gray, white. Then it starts back over. Tan, gray, white. So the problem is to me, and I hear people talk about how dull the earth is because we don't like colors no more. Everything is the same color, earth tone color. It's kind of different. It's no different than when we go to a dang on grocery store or a retail store and we always hearing white music because we have made it acceptable that only white music is business music. Okay, go to a store one day. You ain't gonna hear no R&B.
Connection. Go ahead, man.
The connection. Okay, so what I'm saying there with the connection is, even though y'all had an uproar about this blue, this is a pretty color. Blue is pretty.
On the shirt, yeah.
No, but see, that's
2,300 square foot house.
But again, I've seen some houses with color. That's beautiful. That's pretty. It ain't ghetto. It ain't
prime
nothing.
Colors don't belong on the house.
But that's because we was programmed and we was told that because guess what? Right here where we live, that's what color all the damn houses has been our whole entire life, and that's what y'all used to see. But the thing is, even when you drive on the road, what's the average color of cars on the road? What's the average color?
I haven't done this.
You drive on the road every day. You go.
Yeah, but I still don't do the math. Like I don't.
Well, this is a point.
A good
point. My sister-in-law just had her home redone and it's blue, but she got it trimmed in black. Like she got everything trimmed in black, so it looks good.
She an HOA?
Nah, she ain't no HOA, but
that's how she getting away with it.
No, but it looked good though, man.
But it looked good.
I want to finish what I was saying about the lady. I want to finish what I was saying about the lady because it kind of talks about what Smoke was saying. So the lady who painted her house this color is from Florida, right? And Florida tends to have those different colors, the corals and the blues and whatnot. But that's not when you go through this neighborhood here, nobody's house is painted this color.
We understand that.
And so you have hold on, but you have to kind of fit in with what's going on, because if you move next to me with this blue ass house and I want to sell my house, somebody might not want to buy it.
Yeah.
Because
I don't believe and that's not necessarily true either, because it's more than people in the world that like more than 3 colors.
But that blue was so particular, you would have to find the right buyer. Come on now, y'all.
I don't think so. It's all about how I think it's all about how it's painted, and I think the world is dull because every color is pastel or earth tone colors. It's dull. And like I said, when you ride on the road, the average person who buy a car, it's gonna be black, white, gray, silver, charcoal. It's very rare you might see one car on the road that stands out that's burgundy. You see them on the road, but if you pay attention and if you look at it, that is the most, those colors I just called out are the most bought colors. Those colors on the house are the most are the most bought colors of a house. And it's just people think it's a professional look, and it's not always professional. It's not. It doesn't mean that. Just like I said about the music in the stores.
Well,
same thing. They think pop music is business music.
How we hop over the music? Go ahead, Sean.
Real quick about an HOA. All right, let me give y'all a quick story. So in Augusta, Georgia, there was a guy. He had went to war. He ended up getting paralyzed at war. He came back to Augusta. He wanted to buy a home in this certain neighborhood. They had an HOA. And he was approved for the type of house he wanted to build. They were building houses in this neighborhood. Now, of course, he cannot have a split level house, nothing with stairs or anything like that. But the rest of the homes do have it. But they approved him to build him a house conducive to his disability. When he started building the house, they came in and shut it down.
So wait a minute. So who approved it first?
Mm-hmm. The neighborhood.
HOA?
Yeah. Yeah,
the HOA, okay.
Yeah, then they came back and retracted.
Well, that's wrong with their part.
I'm gonna need a refund then. That's the easy one.
Oh no, HOA.
He was not allowed
every right to do.
He was not allowed to finish building that house. He loved the neighborhood. He wanted to be in the neighborhood. They had a big thing on the news about it, and he just I was like, dang, that's ridiculous. But because his house didn't match the rest of the houses, Now he ain't coming in with no fluorescent colors and nothing. He was building a ranch style house. When they realized that the house would be ranch style, they said no. And he was halfway through with it.
So
you know what? I totally agree with that. I totally agree with HOA doing that. I totally agree.
That's interesting to me because normally you have to submit your plans to the HOA. Because I know for us, we've had 2 homes being built in this neighborhood, and they had to submit their plans. And one of the homes, so all of our garages are on the side. That's just kind of one of the rules. And so one of the homes was putting the garage on the front. And so we had to let them know, oh, put your garage on the side. Everything else is cool. So if it's been signed off on in the beginning, I don't know how they could come back and renege unless they change regimes or something where there's new presidents or something. They trying to act brand new.
But even if you get the same sign, that's a wrap.
That's just the power of HOA.
Dude,
that is the power of
HOA.
Bro. You got TSA.
I don't know the legal part of it, how it went down, but he ended up having to build him a house somewhere else.
You breaking the law, you go either get ran by 3 things: the police, the HOA, ICE,
so
the FBI.
And the other thing, you said he was paralyzed.
The dude was a war veteran.
So then you have, because it's ranch style, so then you got the Americans Disability Act kind of coming in with that too, because he has to have one level. So I don't think the HOA got a leg to stand over that, but
HOA got the power to revoke everything, including National Guard.
They just out.
HOA said National Guard ain't coming in this neighborhood. They ain't coming in.
He might have just bowed down and say, you know what, I'm not going to fight this because now it's going too far.
So, if the HOA say no, they can tell Trump not to come in that neighborhood, and Trump cannot come in the neighborhood. That is how powerful HOA is.
Okay, speaking of Trump, would you be okay with your neighbor having them Trump signs if you supporting Obama? Your neighbor got the Trump sign. You know what?
Man,
it's political. It's freedom of speech. It's political.
What if another neighbor, he a Klansman, and he's running for the Grand Dragon?
Okay,
he got it outside his house. You know what I'm saying?
Right. There are some boundaries.
You vote for me
again.
I might not agree with it, but
you're gonna be all right.
Tell him what to put in his yard.
See, I don't even want to be in the neighborhood.
Right, but how do you know before you move in the neighborhood? So you just moved in. So watch this. So you telling me you just moved into the neighborhood? You didn't know none of this stuff.
Right
now, all of a sudden you see it. You gonna move right back out?
Nah, bro. I'm saying
don't work like that.
HOA is the protection.
You gotta ride through that thing. You gotta do your research.
You gotta go on the weekends. You gotta drive by that, make sure they ain't got no. Man, listen, bro.
HOA is the law.
You gotta stop that neighborhood before you purchase it.
You gotta ask your real estate agent. Hey, because before I bought my townhome, I asked my real estate agent, send me the covenant so I can read to see what I'm responsible for. I still had time to back out if I wasn't with it. So
you know what? Basically, we got 2 people here saying HOA is the law.
Yep. No, we're not. I'm not saying that. Like you said,
I'd rather the HOA than not. Let me say that. I'd rather the HOA than not.
I put it like this. I don't mind the HOA. I just think there's some boundaries they really do be crossing that doesn't need to be crossing. And I mean, it can't just be black and white with it. And it just sounds like I'm getting black and white, but it ain't black and white. I like HOA. I just think sometimes they cross the line and they cross some boundaries. But they shouldn't be doing it. And it's like, for instance, I believe in people having a freedom of speech politically or whatever. If you vote for Trump and I'm voting for whoever, so be it. That's campaigning. That's what we do. That's America.
That's what it is.
And it's like, we got to get out of this. Honestly, we got to really get out of it. Because one minute we talk about we ain't allowed to do this, and the next minute y'all okay with us not being allowed to do it. We can't have both ways. So yeah, because one minute, if I'm not allowed. I think
you're looking at it. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. Well, I might be looking at it one way, but I do look at it as if I'm paying the doggone mortgage there and I'm paying the insurance there, I should be able to put an Obama sign in my yard. That's simple.
But see, that was just. Harmful. But here's the thing, guys. That was just
stuff. That's harmless.
But that was just that HOA. This where I am now. Where I am now, they don't really care about that. So again, it just depends. We can't paint all HOAs with this broad brush that all of them are like that. So, and I wanted to ask Show something. If you and your wife found your dream home in this beautiful, beautiful neighborhood, but it had an HOA, are you buying or not? Wow.
There you go.
Because you know why? Because I got land I can build a house on. I'm not.
You got a choice, right?
That is. That's the answer right there.
Well, yes. He has, but listen. That's easy to say that for people right now that we got it. But what about the ones who don't have that option?
I get that. I mean,
no. I'm not talking about you, Show. No, I'm not talking about you, Show. I'm talking about how quickly Elle was just like, there you go. Everybody don't have that.
I ain't do all that stuff.
Yeah, you did. Everybody ain't got that option.
But the option you do have is saying no to the neighborhood. Like
you
HOA,
do.
Then I don't want it.
Period.
Yeah. I will say I was gonna get to that transmission fluid. I was gonna get to it. I was gonna get to it. You know what I'm saying? I was pissed off that they kind of forced my hand. I'm like, I really ain't got the time. The next couple of weekends I'm busy. So that letter kind of like forced my hand. So I was pissed. But it's on the same token, if my neighbor, if he fixing on cars and he got trailers all over his front yard and stuff like that, I'm gonna be kind of mad that I got to come home and see that. So I get it. You know what?
Absolutely.
I get it. So
but that's what I was saying. But that's what I was saying. There are some pros and cons to it. There are pros and cons to it. I don't mind. I would live up under it. But there are just some things I just think is a little bit intrusive. And I like I said, and I did say my history one time. Like I did tell one of my HOA to get the F out my yard before I kick it. Cause I'm just like, you stepping over boundaries. Don't come here telling me what type of bush I'm supposed to have in my yard, or your pine straw is a little brown. I just put it in early this fall. It's still red. That's what I mean. But that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Those are some. It's like you can't do nothing in your own yard, which to me remind me of that dang on movie Jim Carrey was in. Your neighborhood looked like the Truman Show. Everything looked the same. I'm waking up. Everybody's house looked the same. Everybody's house three colors.
Oh Lord. Okay. Well, because this is why I love topics like this, because we agree to disagree. I love.
Like I said, I'm not saying the neighborhoods. I think every house should have some type of uniform. But I'm just like, what if I don't want Bermuda grass in my yard? Maybe I want that Kentucky. Maybe I want some St. Augustine. I should be able to do that.
Yeah.
But see, here's the thing.
The different names of grass types.
Yeah. Of grass. So these are the type of things this is the type of things HOA control is what type of grass you got to have in your yard. But I'm just like, you're not cutting it. Now, if you was in a neighborhood where, if I was in an HOA where the neighborhood they got a landscaper that come and cuts everybody grass.
That was my last neighborhood. That's my
guess what? We can have weed in the yard. We can grow marijuana in the yard if that's the standard. Fine.
Or if you feel like in Eno's case, have a standard pressure washer on hand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I keep that.
I know some HOAs that do that.
Trip about that. Mine don't even trip about that.
But see, that's why I said there are some good. That's why I mean
a pressure washer, he'll come through and do people driveway, they pay him to do it.
And it goes in your dues. As a matter of fact, some of them got 2 ways in your dues. The landscaper come and cut the whole yard and trim the bushes so everybody yard look beautiful, like and they're coming pressure wash.
Now they don't pressure wash, but they took care of like the bushes and the grass, basically.
But no, it's one of because I got a cousin that pressure washes, and he got a contract with a neighborhood. He goes through there, the curves and everything.
Right.
My townhome was like that. They would come in and pressure wash everybody's. But we paid $165 a month.
Right.
There. So
if you
they didn't include the water
to a certain standard, help them out. If people paying his dues, I think you should help them out. Contract somebody who come through and do some of these things. Everybody don't always have the time to pressure wash a house as soon as I get a level.
Or just the resources. Or the resources for those simple little things. HOA, get on your goddamn job. That's the damn.
All right. So listen. Leave a comment about this topic.
All right, so now, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, that was a good discussion. But I think some of y'all mad at each other. But let's hug. Let's do a group hug.
Never.
Right.
All right, so it's time for the entertainment. man. What's going on, El? What are you gonna entertain us with today?
Hey, it's your girl El, and we are talking about that infamous Ray J. Brandy's little brother.
Wait a minute. Okay, go ahead.
So Ray J has been in the news quite a bit as of late. He kind of told the world that because of his partying lifestyle, because of his going so hard in the paint, he felt like he wasn't going to be with us much longer. 2027 will be a wrap for him. And he said that his heart is not pumping at capacity. So there's that. The second thing is that I think it was February 14th, he did a concert, and fans reported that he had blood draining from his eyes. Some say it was real. Some say it was a stunt. Now he's also reporting that when he was at that concert, that one of his fans stole his heart monitor right off his chest.
What?
Is that even possible?
Hey, literally speaking, somebody you ripped my heart right out my chest, baby. You heard
baby. So I had one question kind of laid out, but I think my bigger question is with Ray J. Do we think that he's telling the truth with all these things, or do we think that he's just up to some antics? Throwing it to you guys. What do you guys think?
Well, I did do my little research. He did admit that the blood from his eyes was fake.
He did?
Yeah, he did.
I heard he admitted it was real. Okay.
He said it was fake. I mean, when I read up on it, he said he admitted that it was fake. It was like part of the show. But I was like, okay. Yeah, Ray J might be going a little hard. Maybe he might have been going a little hard. It's been a long time since he came out with a hit. I mean, sitting in the studio, trying to come up with a new hit after 20 years. He going hard. He going real hard, 1 minute he married, the next minute he's not. We don't know what's going on with this kid. So let's just go and be honest with that. So yeah, he has been going hard, trying to establish his relationship back with his sister, because Brandy stopped talking to him for a long time. I think they're still not talking. He also admitted, I recall reading where he's saying that like the family gatherings and stuff, she does not invite him when she's doing family gatherings. And if she does, if she's not the one that's doing it, she doesn't show up because she doesn't want to see him.
Dang. I think clout chasing is real, man. I think once you get a taste of that, bro, it's hard. Like once you that fall off, you know what I'm saying? Once you fall off. I mean, was he really ever really on? Because I always saw him as being like Brandy brother, like that. Ooh. You know what I mean? Like he always kind of walked in her shadow. Like he always, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, bro. I just feel like I was just constantly just putting on, trying to prove himself, trying to establish some sort of relevancy. It sounds his hits.
Why in quotations?
I mean, hits. If you want to call it hits. Wait a minute, I spent that a couple times at a couple parties, you know what I'm saying, back in the day.
Oh, the beat banging now. Let's just go ahead.
The beat is banging. Was on point, bro. But I'm like, I guess, it's Ray J. Yeah, all right.
So what now? Wait. Oh, hold on. Let me speak to the people real quick. Hey, I gotta go. But listen, it's your boy Show from the No Apologies Cash Show. Weekly Hangout. Hey man, take some time out. Come check us out every Wednesday on YouTube. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna get mad. You're gonna laugh some more. Get mad. Laugh some more. I'll tell you, man, it's a fun time that we talk about hot topic, we talk about relationship, current events. We might do a little quiz or something, try to get y'all to get involved. As a matter of fact, to get involved, this is what we need you to do. You just hit the like, subscribe button. Also leave us a comment. We will respond. Come check us out. See you there.
But he ain't that dude.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm good. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I've never been a fan of Ray J.
I think that's how I feel, bro. I'm kind of with you.
He never did it for me. One wish, all out there in the rain, whatever. Beef, He's just overly dramatic for me, man. He just, I get it. He's trying to come from up under the shadow of his sister. He's trying to separate himself. But dude, sometimes when you you start going this thug route. That's where he lost me at right there. When you started going this thug route, now you just this hard R&B dude. You know, R&B singers ain't hard. You know what I mean? Y'all supposed to be singing love songs. You know, it's just, and then he got into the drugs real heavy and into the liquor. I will tell you this: you did separate yourself from Brandon when you did that. You know, you definitely did. You went the wrong way. You went the wrong route. You know, you had a good thing going with the Raycon earbuds. That was something positive. I think at one point you were talking about you make $1 million for showing up at clubs and stuff like that. I mean, you had some things going for you, but then you went off on the deep end. Ray J, man, I don't even know why people even look at him like he's an R&B singer. He tried to do a concert after that Versus thing he did. I wouldn't even pay a ticket to go see him.
Well, he wasn't the only one.
I know that your voice gonna be cracking at the concert. Your voice was cracking at the doggone Versus. You supposed to be always on go when you
that is
an R&B singer.
Right, as you got true talent, you stay ready. You ain't gotta get ready.
I ain't gonna be I'm not gonna be real hard on Ray J like that. I mean, he got fans. Let's just go on and quit hating. He got fans, but the thing is, no, we are a little bit.
That's the difference between hate and an opinion.
We ain't no big fan of him, but we ain't no big fan of him. But we got millions of other people besides us four here. That's that. And I have to just, I told myself this year I'm gonna stop acting like don't nobody like this man. They like this man. The man makes money.
They stole his heart monitor off his chest
because he is the heartbeat of R&B.
Of America. He's a Chevrolet pickup.
He's a Chevrolet pickup.
They're gonna sell that to the highest bidder. I promise you that.
Look here.
I mean, he asked for them to return it.
Did you know? Because you know why? Because that heart monitor is from Raycon. He is trying to give people pacemakers to Raycon.
He was testing it out. It was a test run.
That's exactly. It is a one of a kind Raycon pacemaker.
Right.
Well, see, I personally think that Ray J for me has always come across as a pick me. As said, he's always walked in Brandy's shadow, and he never had the career that she did. And I think that is part of his issue. I think he's really dealing with that his career never took off. He doesn't get the respect that she gets. Mm-hmm. You had a sex tape with Kim Kardashian. Then you make a song talking about I'll hit it first. I'm saying, so, and then it's to me, it's almost like he tries to reinvent himself, but in the wrong way, in the wrong lane. You're always, talking about this is going on and that's going on. I just, to me, he's a pick me. He's always trying to look how he can create antics to create buzz around himself. And I just think that is just the lamest thing ever.
I agree.
And then he trying to pick beef with Fabulous and all these people. Man, come on.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Tried to fight B2K one time. Come on, go outside.
All over the place. He with Floyd Money Mayweather 1 minute. Like you go to the group. Whoever he was with.
Piano.
Hey, you got to admit now, a good old cat fight, a good old Waffle House fight ain't nothing wrong with that, man. But I wouldn't try to fight Floyd Mayweather. Mayweather got way too much more money. But now when you talk about them other ones, they all on the same level. They barely making a little money. Who cares about B2K?
Right.
But then you get with what is the network? Was it Zeus with the bad girls fighting or whatever he's a part of? But that's just totally against the Norwood legacy. Brandy and R&B and this clean kind of squeaky image. It's like you trying too hard.
He is mixed with a little hood. Now, Snoop Dogg is their cousin. I mean, he's mixed.
You don't get street cred because you're related to Snoop. Like, they don't just transfer over like that.
Nah, that ain't how it works.
Hold up. Wait a minute. But Snoop Dogg has reinvented himself in a more positive light. Why he can't do that?
Well,
his cousin.
Is he doing it? Did he do it? Has Ray J done it?
I'm saying, why can't Ray J go that route? That's what I'm saying.
Well,
okay.
listen.
The
We are
school's
talking
his
about.
cousin. Why he's not taking?
We are talking about
his cousin.
60-year-olds, 30-year age difference. I mean, Ray J's young. He was younger then.
Ray
He
J
knows
is a husband with 2 children.
it
He
ain't.
needs to figure it out.
Matter. You
Yeah,
gotta
it
look
is.
at it.
He ain't that young now. He
No,
got to be in his 40s.
Yeah, okay though, but think about all the stuff that we're talking about when he was doing all this. He was young and dumb.
He's still doing
He's
stuff.
still doing it though. That's the problem.
Yeah, but
One minute he with
but
Princess Love, the next minute he ain't with Princess Love.
Princess need to act right.
Doing that, man.
Princess need to straighten up and act
My
right.
man, 45 years old, bro.
Yeah,
Man, come on, man.
But everything. But listen. Real talk. Let's put our timelines in order here. Back when all this stuff was really going on, he was much younger and dumber. And I'm just being honest about it. But over the years now, let's talk about some stuff he is doing. Like I said, the Raycon business is doing very good. I mean, he got some good quality.
Sold it now, so he doesn't.
Well, I'm just saying, but when he brought it out, he had some good quality product. People liked it. It was good stuff. He came out there with the hoverboard. But see, that's another thing. That's another topic though. But that's what's wrong with us black people too, is that when we start getting successful business, the first thing we want to do is sell it afterwards. And then we complain about we don't have something on our own. FUBU, I'm still mad at FUBU because they should have never sold their product.
Yeah, that's another topic.
But see, that's what we do though. So like you said, Ray J should have kept it, but
sell out.
Yeah,
It's
sell out, man. But then another thing too is it's like what I was about to say too. It's like when 50 had vitamin water, he sold it. Dre sold Beats.
He lucked up on that.
I know, but I'm just saying, Dre sold Beats to Apple. And now, you know what I'm saying? It's just like we always selling out. We always selling out.
Wait. Well, let's back up to the vitamin water real quick.
All right.
Now, do you think people buy vitamin water now? Or did he cash out at the right time?
No, people are still buying vitamin water.
Yeah, but I don't think his flavor was going to stay relevant though. He had a certain flavor in there.
What flavor?
It was like a fruit punch type thing.
No,
because it had his name on it.
I understand that, but he didn't own the flavor. He owned part of the company, man. That's different. He sold his share of the company.
I mean, I don't know, man. You know, I ain't into the financial stability of those companies, but I think he cashed out because he probably felt like it wasn't going to be financially.
Yeah, it was a bad choice because people still buy vitamin water like the Wazoo.
I got you.
Well, I just want to say this, and I hope this makes sense.
That dragon fruit be good, though. Go ahead.
With Ray J. You know, you hear about people living the rock star lifestyle and, you know, sex, drugs, and rock and roll, right? And they normally have the career to match it. Now, I'm not for sex, drugs, and rock and roll. I'm not saying that. But did Ray J really have the career to match him going so hard in the paint?
No, he had the ancestry of his sister. He had that.
Yeah, I mean, he had access
but that don't equate to a successful career. He never had the career. Let's call it what it is, man.
You know,
that's why he always did all them extra antics, bro. He always wanted eyes on him, and because the music didn't do it, he had to figure out, okay, now what else can I do, you know, to be seen? And
being a baby brother to a celebrity, and
y'all remember the movie Tyler Perry did, Good Deeds,
mm-hmm.
and his little brother was always crashing out.
Mm-hmm.
His young brother was always crashing out, calling women bees, and
right.
He just could never get it right because he wanted to own the company. He knew he would never be able to be as big as his brother because his brother was smarter and he was stronger. That's Ray J. Ray J, that little brother who kept looking at Brandon like, God dang, this girl got Grammys.
Right.
I mean, I get it. But like I said,
it's Grammy worthy. Why did they give me a Grammy?
I know, but it's kind of hard. Like I said, it is kind of hard to try to being shadowed by your celebrity sibling. I mean, it's just the way it is. That's just brother sibling lifestyle, to be honest.
But then sometimes it works well because look at the Jacksons with Michael and Janet. You know, they both had huge careers.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's the roll of the dice.
People say, I don't want none of that.
Well, I couldn't get it, but,
she had a hit. She had a song on over the head.
Jermaine had that helmet. Jermaine should have advertised that. That hair, we should have put that on the market, bro. Like the Jermaine.
That thing don't move.
You know what I'm saying? It don't move,
The shoe
bro. It
polish.
don't shake.
Yeah, that thing look like
Right.
Hey,
The Jermaine
don't
Man, he could have sold some units.
At least don't run out of space like Giuliani.
Right, you know.
I just could sweat with it and everything.
I'm trying to tell you, right? Exactly.
Yeah. Jermaine Jackson brought back Magic Shell. Y'all remember Magic Shell?
Oh yes, sir. The ice cream.
There you go.
Come on, man.
He put it over his head and stuck his head in the freezer.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, he brought back Magic Shell.
Yeah.
So
everything, man.
Yeah, he brought back.
He would have gave Beijing a run for their money. You know what I'm saying? He would gave Beijing a run for their money. I'm trying to tell you, man.
I mean, anybody that got to put carnauba wax on their hair to make it shine, that's crazy. But hey,
that thing from the CDC, baby. That's CDC.
Well, look at here, man. Look at here, man. We don't have so much fun today. we gonna talk about Flau'jae Johnson. Flau'jae Johnson. Flau'jae Johnson. Flau'jae Johnson. What her mother did a couple of days ago after their game. Now, a lot of people are talking about it, the fact that it was inappropriate. They felt like she should have took it down. They felt like it was out of pocket, the way she kind of took shots at Dawn Staley and the the South Carolina Gamecocks women's basketball team over there win. It was a great game. It happened last weekend on Valentine's Day weekend. And just need to talk about it a little bit. Just, discuss what's y'all views on it. Do y'all think it was inappropriate?
Well, yeah, I do. I think that the mother kind of in injecting herself into this kind of makes it hard for Flau'jae. Did I say it right? Okay. And her teammates. I just think that you kind of made it a sticky situation for her. And I think, the mother probably should have just kept her thoughts and feelings to herself. She's on a team.
Agreed.
And it's just, it can create friction in the world of basketball for Flau'jae. She's a potential WNBA person. And I think the mom just needs to take a step back and let Flau'jae handle this stuff herself. I think that was just completely unnecessary.
And okay, I agree with you 100%. Yeah, 100%. And also, South Carolina hadn't won in like 17 times that they met or whatever. So for them not to win this particular time, it makes the mom. It's like mom was a sore loser. I guess mom felt like, oh, my daughter gonna come in here and my daughter gonna make the difference, and we're gonna win this game. So it just makes the mom kind of look like a sore loser. You know what I mean? The daughter, she put up the numbers, she did everything she could. You know what I'm saying? She definitely was an asset, in that particular game. So like mom, like you're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some, mom. You know what I mean? We lost this one. It's okay. You know what I mean? Yeah, we haven't won in the last 17 times we met up, but it's okay. But it's like mom just took it personally. When you start talking about, but yeah, we lost, but my daughter's winning and we doing this and she getting money and she's going to the WNBA and that. It ain't necessary to say that. That's not necessary. Like we ain't talking about that. So you lost. Mom, it's okay. She gonna lose some more. It's okay. Your daughter's still great. Let it go, mom. It ain't that serious. Just chill out.
Absolutely.
Just shut up. Just chill the hell out. Just like that. Period.
And like I said, no shots taken at any of these women. I mean, yes, Dawn Staley don't have any top prospects because they all underclassmen. It doesn't mean she's not a good coach. And the way she took them shots at her was just like, it wasn't necessary. It's like, are you being a sore loser about it? Because Dawn ain't never, one thing I know about her is she's never taken shots at Flau'jae. She's never taken shots at any of these kids that she's coaching or she's not coaching. She's always giving and she's always trying to expose women's basketball. She's always trying to expose these little college teams because, yeah, she'll play some college teams that we all will say, man, she shouldn't be playing them, but she's doing it for a reason to give them exposure for other kids who can have an opportunity to go play at that institution. I think she's a positive role model. I just think Flau'jae's mama kind of let the Savannah or the hood get the best on this one, and it's like it wasn't really necessary because wasn't nobody taking shots at that lady.
Right. And I understand you supporting your kid or whatnot, but don't bring unnecessary hate to her direction. I'm sure she has enough haters out there or whatever, but now, Mom, you've put yourself in the mix and you've given them ammunition, to come at her even harder. And I just think, even though that probably wasn't her intended thing to do, this is the environment that you've created for her. So I just think it's unfortunate.
Yeah, she's phenomenal. But most of these young ladies are phenomenal, especially Flage, based on the research that I've done, the things that I've read up on her and what she's done. And like I said, she's one of the few that's making this money, and she's spending it the right way.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it too. And whether or not she goes to the WNBA, which I'm sure she will, but even if she doesn't, I agree, she is winning. You know what I mean? She's making amazing moves. I mean, my goodness. I mean, she's set for life right now, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Even without moving forward with any sport. But it's not necessary to bring that up in this particular situation. You know?
Yeah. Mom, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ina.
I was it.
Oh, I was just saying, and Mom, you don't have to talk about what she's doing off the court. We're going to see that. Yeah. You don't have to show everybody your moves.
Right.
Sometimes you need to move in silence. So in silence. So I just think when she making money, well, we know that. You don't have to put it out there like that.
Yeah, they all making money. It's called Neil deals. They all getting these Neil deals.
Yeah.
I mean, but Flage is definitely getting her bag, as they say. She's definitely getting her bag.
Yes,
she's also donating money to the women's cancer. She's matched. I think she's matched like. I think she matched like $1 to everybody who's donated.
That's big.
To the thing. So I'm just saying, so the girl is phenomenal, and I think the mom just kind of, it wasn't necessary to do that because everybody know what this girl is doing. Everybody know what this young lady is doing. She's a phenomenal woman.
Shout out to her.
Shout out to her. She's phenomenal.
Give her flowers while she can smell them, man. And she's young. Come on, bro.
That's right. All right, y'all. Well, it's been a wrap. Been a wonderful Wednesday. No show, no pod, just cast. Your weekly hangout. Thank y'all for hanging out with us this evening. See y'all next Wednesday.
Bye.